Back in May of this year, I decided to take off for a little bit. I wanted to see something different, go somewhere different. And of all places, I wound up in Muncie, Indiana. I thought that'd be a pretty good place to go because both CSX and Norfolk Southern run through there, and as a rule, they run quite a bit. The first place we went to was McDonald's, and anyone that knows me knows I'll find the McDonald's long before I find the railroad tracks. Um, I thought this McDonald's would be a great place. It was right there by the tracks, and I believe this is NS's Frankfurt district. I might be wrong. And I thought it'd be really cool. Go get a bite to eat and film a train from there. Unfortunately, nothing ever ran by. I even asked the lady that worked there if she saw a lot of trains, and she said, "Oh yeah, they come through all the time." She said sometimes they're flying, sometimes they stop and block traffic, for an hour. But she said there's almost always a train going by, and but we didn't see one when we were there. First train we got, this is on the CSX line, and I forget the ID. And it wasn't too bad of a train. It had more boxcars than anything. It probably had over 100, and then a little mixed freight here and there. One thing I particularly enjoyed about this trip is that no matter where we went, we didn't have to wait long. It seemed like everywhere we went, we'd sit maybe a minute or two before something would show up. And any other time, any other place I go, there's been times I've sat for 4 or 5 hours and not seen anything. So it's really nice when you have days like this when everything's just kind of there when you are, and there's really no waiting. Doesn't happen very often.
Makes you want to do it because it's like you know it's coming. Right. Although it didn't bother me at all to skip town on CSX.
So by this point, we were on our way to the east end of town. Um, Now this clip, I made a goof. This clip's actually back in Newcastle, so I'm not quite sure why I put that in there. Okay, now we're back in Muncie, and we are on the east end of town. I didn't catch the ID for this either. I know it was one of their locals. There's a small yard, I think maybe a mile or two east of where we were at. I didn't know that at the time. I found that out later, and that's where he was heading to. I don't know if he was going to tie down or if he was going to pick something up and head back, or I really never did find out. I also didn't notice that giant man off to the right till just now, as I'm watching this and recording the narration. Never even noticed it. I think this is one of my favorite spots we went to. This is the parking lot of what I think was an old mall. I think there's a bowling alley there now. It's a pretty big wide open lot, and as you can see right here, well, you can kind of see the line Y's here, and NS can go three different ways: Frankfurt District, the um, Fort Wayne line, and there's another sub. I'm kind of drawing a blank. But anywhere on the south end of town seems to be the best place to get NS, because no matter which way they go, they all have to filter through this same part of the line right here. Apparently we got kind of lucky. just because there was a Herzog train on this line working a few miles outside, and a lot of trains were backed up waiting on it. And when they finally let loose, it was just one after another for the rest of the evening. I believe we are back in Newcastle now. We decided to stop and get a bite to eat. We thought we'd try something different, Culver's, and they weren't bad at all. Oh yeah, Newcastle. There we go. As we were heading home, it we didn't really feel like we got enough, and we were.
I didn't see any
This is
signals.
Rushville, I believe. And when we'd cross the tracks there, I'd happen to glance down and I saw a green signal. So we turned around and parked for God knows why, a long ways away from the track. But we walked down the track and we stood there for quite a while. And then I noticed it was after 10 o'clock, and it's like, you know what? We're done. We're tired. It's been a long day.
It's a Back on Track production.
Well, I definitely appreciate you watching this video. If you liked it, drop a comment, hit the like button, subscribe to us, and keep watching. There's more to come.